Peace. $1.50. 2G, what it is. 2G's being 2,000. What it is being the rest. Sounds live. Peace. $1.50. Yo, I went out and flew the drone today. You know what I'm saying? I flew the drone. You know, got a little bit of footage. I didn't do too much with the footage though, because I made a video actually. I made a video, and when I made the video, it was like, I didn't use all footage content. I just used intro. I did an intro with footage. I did a little bit of this with footage, you know what I mean? I didn't do a whole lot with the drone footage because I didn't want to, you know what I mean, bog out with the drone, you know what I mean? So I didn't set up the tripod. I set up the iPhone 11. When I set up the iPhone 11, what I did was I set up the iPhone 11 and I flew the drone without the iPhone 11. You don't need the iPhone 11 to fly the drone every time. If you want to record and all that, you know what I mean, know what you're recording, it's good. But if you don't, if you fly without the drone, you can't see what you're doing. You can't record. You can record, but you can't see what you're doing. So I said, well, whatever I was going to do, I wasn't going to just, you know, I was at the church, you know what I mean? I filmed at the church, you know what I mean? I did all my filming at the church, and you know what I mean? It didn't go bad, you know what I mean? Sat down, had a couple of biscuits, you know. I didn't do too bad, you know what I mean? I went out there and got some practice in, you know what I mean? I got some practice, and when I get to the option, I'll be able to adapt to it, you know what I mean? That's what my intention was, to be able to adapt to my option being outside, parked outside, and you know, having that type of flexibility. Because without my options, without my drone, without the Mac Mini, without the tripod, without the iPhone 11, I wouldn't be prepared to adjust to that type of transition. That type of transition it needs to be up and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I never know when it's gonna be real, so that's how real it is. Now the 8-ball is, now somebody else is behind the 8-ball. I'm gonna pluck a card. 7 of diamonds. Now somebody else is behind the 8-ball. They gotta push their joint. So, you know, I'm not sitting here saying I'm claiming king and all that with the 7 of diamonds and the king of spades from the last video. I posted it on the streets by $1.50. I got a YouTube channel called The Streets by $1.50. I posted it on the streets, and the video I made came out pretty good. You know what I mean? The video came out pretty good. You know what I mean? I created a chemistry, put it together, and you know, had some copyright infringement content on it from back in the day. 1,000 Roses, a dozen roses, and Monica was the copyright holder of the content. So whatever the difference was, I didn't post it at YouTube Corporation. I posted it The Streets by $1.50. The King of Spades is in it. The King of Spades is in that video, you know what I mean? So the streets is gonna, you know, have a problem if they try and play games with, you know what I mean, Real Life by $1.50. That's the name of the video, Real Life. So I made sure, you know what I mean, I wasn't challenging Monica with Dozen Roses instrumentals. I wasn't challenging the church, you know what I mean? The church is where I filmed at, where I record, what I did, got the footage. I didn't challenge nobody. I just made sure, you know, the King of Spades is the King of Spades. The King of Spades, you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be some king type activity or some spade type activity, I got the King of Spades in the video, and it's fire. Let me pluck another card. Queen of Hearts. And yo, the queen shouldn't be too far from the king, you know what I mean? Peace. $1.50. So saying that to say the hip hop headquarters is soon to be soon. I can't say how far into the hip hop headquarters I would be, but nobody else is establishing the hip hop headquarters. When you see me do car content, vaccine content, border content, border migration content, when you see me do hip hop content, it's all for the sake of the hip hop headquarters. Everything you see me doing is hip hop headquarters related. I'm not doing nothing where I don't have sick pay. I'm not doing nothing where I don't have transportation. I'm not doing nothing where I don't have retirement. I'm not doing nothing where I don't have bail. I'm not doing nothing where I don't have a bathroom. I'm not doing nothing that doesn't have a headquarters. McDonald's has a headquarters. I'm not doing nothing without hip hop headquarters. That's how I'm doing it. And when people don't respect that, they sit there and bog out, getting charged with crimes that I'm speaking about and we legal. You know what I mean? When they start getting charged with the same crime that I speak about and we legal, they bogging out. You know what I mean? Not bugging out, bogging down on. It's just sitting on the information being real until they get charged with the same crime that I'm talking about in the video. The government got ways of getting you aroused to the point of having an erection, climaxing, having kids, just part of the system, champing with your way of thinking, leaving you in a daze with a blurry vision. When I talk like that, I'm not just talking like the government, not the government. The government killed the Indians. The government enslaved the people. It's the same government that we depend on that committed all these crimes. So when I'm speaking about it and we legal, and you just sit on we legal and bog out, that's crazy to know that you're dealing with the government. You're dealing with the government. I went to the news right after I took we legal to Times Square, and I made sure I made a report of my situation. You know what I'm saying? When I dinosaurs stomped out graves, man-made slaves, up to date, those are their ways. They used to live in caves, not the Caucasus Mountains. That's the white man, or should I say, that's the white face of the nation it was built on. Now we got black prominent leaders, ministers, Pharaohs. They said that the Red Sea was parted. I want it in. I want to see where it started. I want to win. I got the will regardless. I'm not a god. Allah born culture divine. Call me a newborn. I'm honest. The words that I spit a hole through a cottage. I'll melt any cheese. Heat you with Fahrenheit. Cool you with degrees. I exist. $1.50. Peace. I'm going to pluck a card. 4 spades, you know what I mean? Back on spades, you know what I mean? For any spades that's playing, 4 spades. So yo, I'm not going to end the video like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, put it out like, my content, it needs to be acknowledged, you know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to push Infiniti, I'm not trying to push Infiniti with a Nikon D5600 is saying Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche. You know what I mean? I'm not pushing Infiniti less than what how I appear with the content I generate. So, all that lack of acknowledgement, it goes somewhere, but it just won't be over here because I'm pushing King of Spade, 7 of Diamond, 4 Spades. You know what I mean? Let me see what's next. Jack of Diamond. You know what I mean? I'm pushing my joint. And when I push my joint, a deck of cards, nobody pushed a deck of cards. Out of everybody that vlogged, nobody got to the point of not being acknowledged and push a deck of cards with precision, like, set up a tripod and take the Nikon D5600, put it on that tripod, take the iPhone 11, connect the iPhone 11 through Wi-Fi, to remote control the camera so that when it takes pictures, it's in the same exact place with a different card, each picture, and with a different time with the American Lifetime clock. Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? when I do that with a precision, with a strategized precision that nobody has duplicated, nobody has done before. You know what I mean? And when I do that, I'm intentionally trying to get to my options. I want 5-star everything. I want, you know, if I'm doing vaccine distribution, why is there so much resistance for me to, you know, get to that place? When I contacted Bentley Residences of Miami, I said, listen, I'm doing vaccine distribution and I would like to occupy your location until I fully establish myself. And I didn't get no response at all. You know what I mean? Let me pluck a card. 6 of diamonds. You know what I'm saying? 6 of diamonds. I didn't get no response. Now, I presented them with a professional presentation. You know what I mean? Not an actual, you know, let them sit down and me speak in front of a large audience. Not like that. I'm claiming king. I'm not claiming fool, you know what I mean? I'm claiming king. So if I'm claiming king, not just king of New York, I'm universally claiming king. You know, if I'm in Egypt, I'm in Egypt. If I'm in New York, I'm in New York, you know, universally king. So where I'm claiming king and I'm establishing myself in the mainstream, I'm not trying to, you know, be smaller than I appear, you know what I mean? Click on the link, donate, you know what I mean? Peace, $1.50, 2G what it is, 2G being 2,000, what it is being the rest. Yo, you already know. It sounds live. Peace.